Or you could do the song The King by Rosendale explaining why they feel so burnt out by all of the war and villain stuff. If you don't know the song, it's a real good one to listen to. It's about a king ruling and being corrupt before his son goes out and sees the world and starving people and helps start a revolution to take over the crown, and it ends with the prince becoming the same as the king. You could use that as a metaphor for quirks and how the heroes have just perpetuated the cycle of abuse. I had a song in mind already, but this song fits with the video so much better. And when I heard the song, I fell in love with it. Thank you for the idea, but I'm going to make a few changes and add my spin. In the We Need to Talk GC. What do we do? The kids are mad at us. I leave for a few days and this happens. Aizawa, how are you feeling? Other than losing an eye and leg, I'm fine. We still need to apologize to the little listeners. Yes, but they don't seem to want our apologies. Instead, we should show them that we care. Actions do speak louder than words. Class 1A and 1B went online. How are you kids doing? If you want to talk, then we'll listen. Right, there will be no judgment here. May we add some people here? Of course, go ahead. Mom, added the pros. Another GC? What is this about? The kids wanted to tell us something. Can it wait? We're quite busy. Give the kids a few minutes. Alright, but make it quick.
There was a king living carefree. He wanted the world, he wanted everything.
Is this a story? I think it's a fairy tale. Can this storytelling? Wait, there could be hidden meaning to this. Let the kids explain themselves before you decide to leave.
He ruled with a fist, his people were starved. He watched as they begged behind his castle guard.
So, this is a story of a corrupted king. Is this supposed to be a metaphor for something? Will the story end with the king being overthrown?
Diamonds and pearls, emeralds and gold. He bathed in the riches only he could know. But with time came age, his health in decline.
Oh, so this is going in that direction. Is there a point in this story? The kids told us that they were struggling with this war. The trauma they endured during the battle. We all are struggling, but we must stay strong if we want to bring peace again.
The fate of his legacy left to the tide. So he ran to his queen and demanded a child. Planted his seed, then he cast her aside. Several months later she bore him a son, but died just to give him his own flesh and blood.
So the mother died during childbirth. This is quite the sad story. The queen sacrificed herself to preserve the king's legacy. Sounds familiar to someone, huh? Yes. This story isn't about that. So this story is a metaphor for something. Yes, consider this as a story that applies with the current state of the world.
The sun grew like wheat, he soon was 18. He ventured outside of the castle to see the faces so gaunt, the dead in the streets. They cried out for help, but nobody could hear.
Is this about the current state of society? Yes, All Might gave us peace. Wait, am I supposed to be the king here? I don't see it. If anything, that king reminds me of myself. Hero Society represents the king here. Hero Society? Yes, most heroes just leech from All Might and the peace he provided. As a result, many heroes saw it as an easy profession and easy way to gain money and fame. I see, and now these heroes quit the moment it became difficult. Yes, they're nothing but weaklings, and now we have to pick up the slack. The sun here represents you kids then? Let's continue our story before we explain.
Deep down inside him something had stirred. He laughed at the ruins his father incurred. Fire in his veins, he stormed back to the throne. Stared down the king with a rage still unknown.
It would make sense why you kids are furious about this. You didn't have to deal with our affairs, but this is the result. Even there was peace when All Might was around. That doesn't mean everyone lived happy lives. There were people still discriminated against and oppressed because of how they were born. People that not even All Might could save. This isn't your fault, All Might. After all, one person can't save the whole world.
The Father decreed the new rule of law, His Son to be banished outside of the walls. The Son had a plan and his heart was convinced there'd never be room for both king and a prince.
The villains are people that want revenge against society, and wants to destroy everything as a result, but some want to take everything. In this story, the villains are the king's son. Villains wouldn't be here without heroes and vice versa. I see, the son was born in a corrupted kingdom, just like how villains were created in this society. Heroes and villains are two sides of the same coin, yes. However, what they're doing doesn't justify their actions.
Rally the people in charge through the gates, shield in one hand but the other a blade. With one fell swoop his own father deposed, he sat on the throne and adorned his new crown.
Are you implying that the villains will win? I don't think that's what they mean. I believe it's how the villains turned society against heroes. Right, and how they want to destroy hero society.
The sun was elated, the kingdom was his, diamonds and emeralds and gold-plated bliss. But what of the people? The legends don't say. Just like a memory, they faded away.
That was a deep story. Wait, it's not really a story but what you realized, and what you have to go through now. I see this fight between heroes and villains, but you kids are stuck in the middle. Right, you kids aren't even professional heroes yet.
There was a king living carefree. He wanted the world, he wanted everything.
It doesn't matter whether the villains win because the cycle of abuse will continue. Right, we caused this but we couldn't fix it. Instead, we had to rely on you kids because we failed. Heroes and villains don't exist. They're just people with their own goals. Whether that be good or bad, doesn't matter. Even if we win this war, there will be another one. Although, we could try to make this a world where most people could live happily. We won't solve everything but we could try. So, this is the next generation of heroes.